In this lesson, we will focus on tab stops. What are tab stops? Tab stops make it easy for alignment of text in a Word document. In Microsoft Word 2019, the document layout options can do the work for you. Instead of using the space bar to align text, use the tab key as it is actually more accurate. It is faster and much easier to change. Tab stops are preset and are left aligned, and you have 4 different types of tab stops. You have the left aligned, the centered, the right aligned, and decimal tab stops. We will use this in the next 2 lessons when creating tab stops. Let's take a look at our first lesson. In the first lesson, we are required to create a new blank document, and I actually have opened my new blank document already. And we need to set the following tab stops. The left tab stop at 4.5, a decimal stop on 9, a right tab stop on 14.5, and then we have a document that we would like to type, which is actually a price list. Let's get started with this. So if I would like to insert tab stops, I can go to the paragraph group and click on the drop-down dialog launcher. Then at the bottom of the paragraph window, click on tabs. And this brings up the tab stop pop-up menu. Before we begin with entering our tab stops, always clear all. I do this as a precautionary measure as well. Clear all of the tab stops. You will see the default tab stop is 1.27. Okay, now that I've cleared it, I can go start with adding my other tab stops. So the left tab stop is at 4.5. So I can go and type in 4.5 and I click on left, then I click on set. You will notice if you do not use a comma, you will get an error message that it's an invalid tab stop. So we need to actually just type or use a comma. If you insist on using a full stop, you could go and change the Windows settings, the decimal settings in Windows, and it will then accept your full stop. So I've got it set as left. The alignment is left. Under leader, this is the style that we might choose our space to have. So in the first example, I do not want any leader dots or lines. I want it to be plain and blank. Then I click on set. The next tab stop is the right tab stop on 14.5. So I can go and type in 14.5. And I can say this is my right tab stop. It also does not have a leader. So I'll select none and I will click on set. And finally, the decimal tab stop is 9 centimeters. So I can click on decimal here. It doesn't matter which order you do it in. And then I can go to the top and change this to 9 centimeters. So there is no leader, and I can say set. Okay, how do you know if a tab stop has been set? Please notice the list below. We've added 3 tab stops, and there are 3 tab stops in my list. And then I say okay. Now I can go to my document and I can begin typing. So like I said, we are actually typing out a price list, and I click on enter. The item name, the first subheading. Notice when I click tab, it goes to my settings that I've now configured. There's category and then tab again. There's the price. And then weight in kilograms. Okay, when I click on enter, I can go and start adding the items. Correct that spelling. The stapler, it's actually stationary. Notice I'm not holding down my space bar. I just click on tab and it nicely aligns all of my tab stops. So this is the price of a stapler. Very unrealistic, these prices are. Okay, and there's my weight, 0.3. And I can continue to type out the rest of my document. Okay, so once I'm done with the typing, can you see how nicely all of my columns are aligned? You will notice prices, because it's set on a decimal tab stop, you will have that uneven arrangement. I can actually bold the headings. I click in the margin of my heading and I click on bold. Also with my subcategories, I click in the margin and I can bold that. I could also add a border around it if I wanted to, but that is how you set tab stops. And it's actually very easy and very convenient. It gives your document a nice look and feel as well. Let's move on to the next exercise on tab stops. In the next exercise, the instructions are as follows. Create a new blank document. Set the following tab stops. A right tab stop with leader dots on 14.5 and type out the following document. So to access tab stops once again, I go to the paragraph group, the dialog launcher, and I go to tab stops at the bottom. Okay, so there's only one tab stop for this document. Like I said, as a precautionary measure, I always clear all. Now I want to set a right tab stop. So this is the way that I actually do it. I go to the alignment first and I select right. And then I go to the top and I click 14.5. And remember, I told you that the point doesn't work. I would have to change the window settings. So I can use a comma, 14.5, and it is right again. Remember, the leader in this case is going to be dots. So I will choose the second option. Don't forget to click on set and OK. Now we are good to go. So let's type out this document, Human Resources, manager name, tab for my spacing. There's the leader dots. And I type in the department. Okay. Enter to go to my next line. Jim Andrews. Leader dots are here again once I click on tab and then marketing. We can actually complete the rest of the document. Okay, and that is my list for human resources. Perhaps I might want to bold my heading there again and the first line, which is the manager name and department. And that is my document. You can see that tab stops really arranges the document in a nice way and gives it a good layout.